Hello everyone, welcome to today's videos on the important articles from the Hindu, November 10th. Let's start with the first article. Why is MHA tasked to monitor foreign funds for NGOs? Asks Supreme Court. This is important from GS Mains paper 2 perspective. So there we have a topic called NGOs. So under that we can use these points for our answers. So there is an act called FCRA which regulates the foreign funding to NGOs and it is under MHA. So now Supreme Court is asking why this is kept under MHA and not under Finance Ministry. Important, please go through this. That's all from this page. In this page, this first article in UP a missing tango and the BJP worlds. It's a politically written article. You can skip this. Then you have this India needs to sign up for a life course immunization. If you have time, you can go through this, but there are not many important points from this. You can skip, or else you can go through this last paragraph once. That's all. And then you have this overlapping interest in the UP police are making heavy weather of task of probing farmers' death fairly. So this is a not very important question will not come on this, but if you have to write about essay or ethics, some points can be used from this uh, column. It would be in a public interest to have a judicial mind probe monitoring the probe. Such kind of statements you can lift and use in your essays and ethics. That's all from there. And moving on to the next column, caught in the crossfire, India and Pakistan must ensure that fishermen are not victims of deterioration in ties. So this is about recent death of a fisherman who was fired by a Pakistani Maritime Security Agency. So this article or the column is trying to say that because of the bad relations between India and Pakistan, fishermen should not become the victims. You can go through this once. That's all from this page. In this page, this news article, there are shades of equality. Is important. You can go through this once. Go through the first para. It is giving a concept of equality. So, and also here, the Supreme Court judgment, where it has given this quote for equality to be truly effective or substantive, the principle must recognize existing inequalities in the society to overcome them. Please understand the meaning of this and also go through this. Last items or the last paragraph. That's all from this page. Yeah, you can go through this data point. This is about the burden on the police. They don't have weekly offs. They have long working hours. They have huge workload and poor work-life balance. This all comes under police reforms, etc. The working of police. If an essay or any case study comes on that, you can use these points to write a good answer. That's all from this page. In this page, you see this news item. Supreme Court Collegium clears transfer of Madras High Court Chief Justice of Meghalaya. So go through this once and understand the concept of what is collegium. Is the concept of collegium given in the Constitution of India, or is it an outcome of judicial activism, etc.? When was this concept of judicial collegium came, etc., in relation to the appointment of judges to the High Courts and the Supreme Court? Please understand these concepts and read them from somewhere else. And also this awards, Padma Vibhushan goes to SP Balasubramaniam. Go through this recent prelims. Also, we have seen a question on the awards, etc., Bharat Ratna, etc. So, in that context, you can go through this ones. Apart from that, this is a continuation. Why is MHA monitoring foreign funds for NGOs? Please go through this. Is a continuation from the first page. That's all from the page. In this page, this news article, GMC to forge solutions to key issues is important. Already in our previous discussions, we have seen the importance of Goa Maritime Conclave and the situation that is happening in the Indian Ocean region. So, in that context, there are some important things mentioned in this article, like what is the LEMO, Logistics Exchange Memorandum of Agreement between India and USA, and also other things like the Malabar exercise, Quad, etc. were discussed. So, in that context, this article is important. Please go through this once. And the next news article, this NSA Dowal to meets Tajik Uzbek counterparts. So, this is about the situation in Afghanistan and what we as neighbors have to do. So, in that context, this is important. That's all from this page. In this page, this news article, NHRC's topic for debate raises a furor. So this go through this article once and also find out about the provisions related to national human rights commissions, etc. So the topic for discussion at NHRC is about are human rights stumbling block in fighting evils like terrorism and Naxalism. This has created some problem, and there are criticisms against the topic for the debate. So go through this once. And this next article, security must trump green concern Supreme Court. This is about whether to go with environment or with the security of a nation. So this is what is called as ethical dilemma. So you can use this as an example of an ethical dilemma in your ethics answers. And apart from that, you can see this SKM, Samyukt Kisan Morcha, which is leading a protest against the three farm laws that were passed by the parliament. This is an example of a pressure group which we study in paper 2. What is the importance of pressure groups, how they play a role in polity, etc., can be understood from this news article. That's all from this page. In this page, this news article, China exports warship to Pakistan to be deployed in Indian Ocean. This is important. You can use this as an point in your mains answers, international relations, security, paper 3, etc. So China has been promoting Pakistan to counter India's interest in the region, and there is an increasing strategic alliance that is happening between China and Pakistan. This is also called as evil axis between Pakistan and China. So in that context, this is important. Please go through this article once. And then the next article, Taiwan says China capable of air sea blockade of island. Important from international perspective and the world politics perspective. So go through this once. That's all from this page. In this page, this news article is important. Oil rises again as lifting of US travel curbs boost demand. So there is an increasing demand of oil because of lifting of travel bans by US, and also there's a recovery of economy happening across the world. So the oil demand is increasing. So with the increasing demand, the prices will also go up. So that is what is being discussed here. So also there are some important things here mentioned here. Brent crude was mentioned here. What? So find out about Brent crude. This is sourced from North Sea. So in relation to Brent crude, there is a WTA, West Texas Intermediate. So know about West Texas Intermediate, etc. So that's from this article. Then moving on to the next, snarled supply chains force manufacturing exodus from Asia. So we know that because of pandemic, their supply chains across the world were disturbed, and even now Delta variants are still affecting the supply chains from Vietnam, China, etc. So these companies, majorly textile, clothing, shoes, are moving from the cheap manufacturing sector sites to the countries nearby the markets. In that context, this is important from paper 3 economy perspective. That's all from this page. In this page, this news article, tentative truce with Pakistan Taliban. So understand the what is Tehriki-Taliban. This is also called TTP, Tehriki-Taliban Pakistan, and this is also called Pakistan Taliban. Understand the difference between Pakistan Taliban and Afghan Taliban. So, what are the objectives of Pakistan Taliban? What are the security challenges for India from Pakistan Taliban, Afghanistan Taliban, etc.? You can analyze from this. And then you can see localizing the labor force through reservations. In recent times, you have seen Haryana, Jharkhand pass reservations whereby 75% of the jobs in the private sectors have to be reserved for the locals with certain limits on the salaries. But this is a sons of soil theories. Are they good or bad for the states? How this is going to affect the investment climate across India? These are the things that are discussed in this article. Please go through this once. In this page, this lip service to labor rights is important. This is about migration, which is a topic in GS means paper one. So understand the migration, what the causes of migration, how this migration affects the destination state and the origin state. So in that context, this article is important. Please go through this once. And then this article, paradox of value, is not very important from GES perspective, but to general understanding perspective. Why the water, which is essential for the life, is valued less compared to a diamond which is not very essential for a life is valued more. So this is called as a paradox, and this article is trying to address the paradox. That's all from this page. Thank you for today.